Hello class, let's apply the concepts we learned in consumer surplus and producer surplus to international trade. In this market, we have an equilibrium price and equilibrium quantity. Let's analyze this market in a closed economy. What this means basically is that right now there is no trade. According to our definitions, area number one, below the price and above the domestic supply, is our producer surplus. Area number two, which is above the price and underneath demand, is going to be our consumer surplus. If we add area number one and area number two, we have our total surplus. This is what we learned until now. Let's now open up the economy. What this means is that we're going to allow for a situation where international trade can happen between countries. Now, there are two things that could happen. The first is that the price of this product is higher outside of the country. This means the world price is above the equilibrium price that we see here on this graph. Let's measure some areas. The first new area we're going to measure is area number 3, which is between these 4 points. And now we have area number 4, which is new to our analysis. So we have that when the world price is greater than the equilibrium price inside a country, our producer surplus grows. We are now adding area number 1 plus number 3 plus number 4. As far as consumer surplus goes, we notice that area number 2 is now smaller. This is because we took part of the area that was initially from number 2 and we split it between what we see now as area number 2 and then area number 3. Area number 3 went from the consumer to the producers. Where did area number 4 come from? Well, let's see. This is our new area. Notice point A and point B. We've seen this before when we were analyzing supply and demand. The difference between point A and point B is our domestic surplus. How are we going to get rid of the surplus domestically? The answer is by exporting, which means we're going to send the surplus production to other parts of the world in the form of exports. This is where area number 4 is coming from. We can do a similar analysis if the world price is actually below the equilibrium price domestically. So we have the world price is less than the equilibrium price. What will happen? Well, let's analyze our areas. Area number 1 belongs to the consumers, as well as area number 2. And we now have a new area, which is area number 4. The producers will suffer in this scenario. You can see that their producer surplus decreased. By how much did producer surplus decrease? The producer surplus was reduced by an amount equal to area number 2. That new area now belongs to the consumers. Area number 4 comes from imports. Take a look at the graph. Because of the new world price, we now have a shortage domestically. How will we make up for this shortage? Well, the answer is with imports. Whatever shortage we have now domestically, we will satisfy by bringing in products from other parts of the world. And this will give us our new area number 4. So what we have is two scenarios. When the world price is above the price, the producers benefit as it increases their producer surplus. When the world price is below equilibrium, the consumers benefit. Either way, we see that international trade brings in what we call gains from trade.